But let's go to the trade that has been talked about, but it
Mm.
hasn't really happened yet. It may happen, may not. With the Nets and the
Mhm.
Philadelphia 76ers with James Harden and Ben Simmons. Does this trade get done? And if so, is it a good trade?
I think it'll be a good trade for Philly. No, I actually think it'll be a good trade for both
For both.
teams. Actually, um,
It's the same division though.
don't
That's
matter.
like so basketball don't matter like how it does in football.
Nah,
Yeah,
not when you trading top tier talent. If it's
I
top
mean,
tier talent.
Yeah, exactly. Harden
Mhm.
is unhappy. He's probably not going to resign, no matter what they say. We know Ben Simmons' situation. Don't need to rehash that. So both to go to a better situation where mentally they'll want to be. And I think for Philly, it definitely puts them in running for a title to compete with the Bucks. With the
Mhm.
Nets, I don't know. It depends on Kyrie's situation and
Yeah,
KD coming back healthy.
it really does because it like you said, it solidifies Philly. They already got the squad in place. It's playing good right now. You got an MVP season out of Embiid. You add that piece that just puts it over the top. You got another person that can score. That's all they lacking.
Nick, you asked, is it gonna happen and is it a good trade? Is it gonna happen? I don't know. Because there's too many variables here, and you don't. Nobody is really pressed for it to happen, right? Because at the end of the day, this move can be done in the offseason via sign and trade
Which
with
is why I
James
don't think
Harden.
it's going to happen.
Right. So I think, most GMs, especially when you're talking this magnitude of trade, is just, they're probably gonna err on the side of caution. However, like I said a couple weeks ago, if James says to that front office, hey, I'm not re-signing with y'all, then they'll make the trade. Is it a good trade? Yes, it's a good trade for both teams. Even this season right now. Now I'm not saying that it's you know, I definitely for the Nets, it feels more championship or bust because of all of the moves that they've
It
made.
is.
Um, and even though you may only have Kyrie part time, you cannot deny the defensive upgrade that you are getting. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about in a league now where, dudes are pulling up from 30 and this, that, and the third, and we're talking cross matches and switching defenses. Ben Simmons is invaluable. 6'10, big body frame, but can move like a guard, plays like a guard, but can be a big when he needs to be. Obviously, the mental aside, but just physically
That's
what he
Philly
brings.
bullshit.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And then what James Harden brings to Embiid. What do I always say? Like, a great little man needs a great big man to win. You know what I'm saying? And if we're talking about perimeter domination and interior domination, these two are top two at what they do when they're playing at their best. So
Mhm.
you pair that together, it's instant chemistry. And even with Ben and KD and Kyrie, I think it's instant chemistry.
Yep. Yep.
So to me, this is a win-win situation. And personally, I think it should just happen now. Why wait? Why draw it out?
It should
Why
definitely happen now, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Leverage.
Because I get that too. But I think it should happen now mainly because I wouldn't want to deal with all of the hoopla and the circus and the questions all the fucking time. You're gonna go through the playoffs. So
Mhm.
James, are you coming back? You had a bad game. How do you feel about Kyrie not
Yeah.
playing this one? Like all of that, I don't want to deal
Oh
with that.
yeah, if you're James, yeah, you'll probably want to go ahead and get out of
No,
there.
but even Steve Nash has to deal with that. The GM has to deal with
Steve
that.
Nash ain't
Yeah,
shit.
Steve Nash.
Fuck him. Don't give a
He
damn
said
what
that,
Steve Nash got to
I
say.
understand that.
Have we even heard from him?
No, he just spoke
Yeah.
out today. But that's the reason why I'm saying, as a GM, I'm putting on that hat. I don't want my organization to deal with that. Cut ties. Give me a guy that I know is going to be here under contract.
Mm.
Don't pull that Philly shit.
And see, that's the scary part. We say that and we hope that he not gonna pull that
Mhm.
Philly shit, but how do we know?
Yeah, we don't know.
How do we
We
know
don't
that
know.
this man is not
That's the
fractured?
reason why I don't think it will happen, at least
Mhm.
right now. Because I think you need to have like a full off season where the GM from Brooklyn can go to Ben Simmons and be like, look, what's up?
Yeah,
What do
you
you need to be whole?
Mhm.
What are you expecting? How did they fuck up so we can, make a situation better if we do this trade? Because if we're just doing this blindly, just swapping players, I don't know what the fuck that nigga gonna be doing.
You really don't know. And this is a career altering decision because you think about this. If you wrong on this one, either way, you lose your job. So if you look at it from both sides, I agree, it's a great fit because Brooklyn, all forces enabled, they don't need much more offense. They need defense, like you said. They need somebody to step up and play that role. Ben would be great there. Philly, they need another scorer who can take the pressure off Joel Embiid, and the outside inside game would be impeccable, unstoppable, all that. But if you can't get that to match and it don't work out, if Harden can't stay healthy, if Ben Simmons ain't mentally prepared, it looks bad. But you also want to think to do it quickly because this championship of bust time right now. So
For
you
me,
got to
it's
make
just
moves.
like it goes back to like I know this is 2020 hindsight, but they should never traded for James Harden in the first place.
Mm.
Just for the fact of what you were talking about, Sheldon, like what they gave up with LeVert, Allen, all that shit is what they need now.
Yeah. Then
When
when
they
he,
needed, go ahead.
no, that's fine.
Go ahead.
That's all I was saying. They had pieces around him. They had some nice pieces. And Joe Harris gone too. Joe Harris was a nice player. I mean, he
Wait,
gone,
where's
but
he
he's
at?
hurt.
Oh, okay.
But looking at the team tonight, like I was looking at them earlier tonight, I'm like, dang, they ain't really got
They
nobody.
ain't got no fucking body.
Yeah, they look like a G League team.
Yeah,
out
they
there.
just had the big three.
Mm-hmm.
And when you needed Harden to help you, he couldn't help you because he was hurt. And you needed him last year in Game 7 versus the Bucks when KD. Now he statistically the numbers look good, but he was a shell of himself.
He was.
So a fully healthy James Harden, the next man won the title.
Let me ask y'all this: y'all think it's a coincidence that he's been missing games?
Who?
Let me ask
James
you this:
Harden?
Are they
No.
really on an 8-game losing streak?
Yes.
They are. They lost. They
Eight,
lost.
nine
They lost.
now,
They
right?
went from 1 to like 7.
Yeah, it's 9
Yeah,
now.
it's
Yeah,
They-
crazy.
Oh,
Oh,
they was
9
getting
won.
drugged
Because
tonight.
like most of the teams they
Wow.
faced, six out of those 8 teams are playoff teams, but losing to the Timberwolves and losing to the Kings, that's where it's just like, all right, y'all just don't give a fuck.
And Kyrie played in some of those games, so he must feel like he back in Cleveland.
And see, that's another thing. That's got to be a difficult thing to try to navigate through. Him being there some nights and not being there, you got to
We
figure
never
that
seen
whole
that in
thing
NBA. I
out.
don't think we ever seen that in NBA.
You
history.
haven't, and it's just that would have to be difficult to have to deal with because this is another 15 shots, 20 shots. You gotta figure out.
And he's due for an extension. What, this offseason?
No, not this.
Or what, he's due for an
was it
extension
this one?
soon.
Hold on.
Soon. So I know it's either this season or next season. So it's like who wants to pay Kyrie?
Yeah, it's like We Them Boys said. Shout out you for being a member. He said that
Kevin Durant.
signed that extension too soon. So it's a mess, man. And I mean, we all know Harden to turn up on him, so he hasn't yet. I to your question, Shelton, it does seem fishy that he's hurt all of a sudden, but he has a history of being hurt. So
He also
I'm
has
not
a history of doing some goofy shit to
He
get out of
do.
situations.
Yeah, he does.
And
That's what
he's
I
made
said.
it clear. He has made it absolutely clear he wants to go. He want to go to Philly.
I think he wouldn't mind going to Philly, but if he gets to the off season, then I think it's open season. We don't know where
It
he'll
is,
go.
but he's saying Philly. He's saying Philly now. So
And
word
I
has
think
gotten out.
Didn't he want to go last year?
Did he?
Oh,
I'm
because
not
Morey
sure.
was there last year, right?
Yeah, it was more
Because Q has been pushing this hard in the Philly thing, damn, for a year and a half.
Yeah. Q was saying it.
He's
for
been
a
pushing
minute.
this for a long time before anybody else jumped on it that I knew of. Sometimes Q be saying shit. Shit don't
He just
be-
saying shit because he a Philly fan.
I know, but shit don't be sounding like it is true until the shit start
And then it
happening.
come out.
I'm like, man, what
Yeah.
the fuck? But yeah, he's been pushing for this for a minute, and here we are. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think I don't know, man. I don't think it's gonna happen. I damn sure wouldn't trade Ben Simmons. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But Embiid was like, yeah, I'm cool if Ben come back. He's like, whatever
he
it takes to make us win. So I think he's extending an olive branch.
He saw that point guard. What's his name?
Maxie.
Yeah, he saw Maxie coming up the court all the time. He like, look, I'd rather deal with that light skinned motherfucker than this motherfucker.
Maxie playing though,
Maxey
man.
balling,
He
though.
ain't gonna take you up top though.
Man, I don't know now.
He ain't gonna take you up
who
top.
was that he went at? Oh, he went at John the other day.
No, I'm talking about he's not gonna take you over the hump. Like he's not as talented.
I get,
as,
yeah.
like he can't do the things Ben
He
Simmons
could be
do.
he could be the Kenny Smith, the Sam Cassell of this
Yeah.
team.
That was a different era of basketball.
He went hard at Ja the other. He had like 33 on Ja.
Yeah, them boys had Cassell and Kenny
Those
Smith.
ain't the ones
they
he got to
had
face.
Confidence.
He got to face Giannis and them boys. He got to face Miami Heat. He got to face the Bulls.
Yeah.
Like, you got to face all the motherfuckers. Like, he ain't doing shit against them.
Not just him.
Right.
Him. Yeah, you would need
You need a whole squad for
something.
that.
Yeah. You need something else. But then again, we saying it like Ben didn't just not take that layup.
Ben is just but Ben is mental though. It's
Yeah.
not physical.
That's the worst thing.
Well, Embiid said he thinks there's something else going on. He said it's weird that Big Ben is mad about this damn Atlanta comment when Doc Rivers held him down the whole season.
Nah.
So he said, I think it's something deep.
Don't hold me down. You hold me down when I need you.
I feel you. I'm just saying what he said. So I don't know if he called wind or something that he's hinting at or whatnot. But this is the first time that I heard him actually say that he thinks
it's got to be something else though, because he done gave up $20 million,
bro.
So.
I ain't never been that upset.
Hey,
Me
I
either.
don't care how mad I am.
Hey, I'll sleep on it. You know what I'm saying? I'll wake up to a pile of money.